Hello students, welcome once again to the English class. Do you love books? Yes? No? I love books. Where do you buy books from? Of course, from bookshop. How do you select a book? If you have already made a decision, it is an easy task. You just need to ask the shopkeeper. But if you are going to select a book from the hundreds of books available there, it is going to be a bit tough. This is how I select a book. I take a book, I look at the cover, then turn backwards. Yes, there is a short description of the book given here. I read through it and I decide, what is this part of the book called? This is called a blurb. In this session, we will be learning how to write a blurb.
Before moving into details, it will be interesting to see how the word blurb came into being. The origin of the word blurb can be associated with American humorist Gillette Burgess. In 1907, he used the picture of a woman called Miss Belinda Blurb with a quote, "Yes, this is a blurb," for the promotion of his book, Are You a Bromide? Later, the publishing industry adopted the term blurb. Students, can you tell me what a blurb is? A blurb is a short account of a book which is commonly found on its back cover. The purpose of writing a blurb is advertising. So, let us call it a marketing tool. A blurb contains interesting details of the content of the book. As a result, the readers may be tempted to buy the book. The blurb is often written by the authors or publishers. Let us now start writing a blurb. Let us start with something dramatic, because if the first sentence is dull, the reader may not read it completely, and as a result, the book won't sell. Remember, it is our main object to sell the book. So, start with a catchy sentence. The language used can be formal or informal according to the content of the book. If you are writing the blurb of a fiction, you can use informal language. At the same time, if you are writing the blurb of a scientific text, then you can use formal language. Identify the main character of the story and use appropriate adjectives to describe him or her. Write about the plot of the story as well as its settings. 2 or 3 sentences will do. Here, we should be very careful because we should not reveal too much. It may cause the reader to lose interest in the book. Our aim is to use blurb as a bait to keep the reader on hook. A reader must feel anxious to read more. End up with an exciting final sentence, keeping your readers in suspense. Be careful to maintain a word limit around 150 words. The other details that can be the part of a blurb includes the description of the author, reference to other works by the same author, quotes from the book, quotes about the book from the author, reviews of the book by other journals, magazines and other authors, awards or acclaims received by the book, information about the publisher. So dear students, a blurb should be short and crispy. You should begin a blurb with a catchy sentence. Then go on giving a brief outline of character and story in 1 or 2 sentences. End with a sentence that can make the readers anxious to read more. We have already listed the other details that can be included in the blurb. In the page number 28 of your course book, there is an example of a blurb written for the book The Temple Tiger and More Man-Eaters of Kuman by Jim Corbett. In the following page, you are asked to prepare a blurb for the book Pradam Pradishruti by Ashapurna Debi. A lot of hints are also given. Now, let us attempt to write a blurb based on our findings. Dear students, look at this slide. Pradam Pradishruti is Ashapurna Devi's magnum opus which won her the prestigious Jnanpith Award. See, I have tried to begin the blurb with a catchy sentence. You may miss the title of the book. It is optional. If you want, you can write it. The novel marks a firm protest against the inequality and injustice rooted in gender discrimination. Satyavati, the major character, is an uncommon woman who dared to break the so-called rules that made the lives of Bengali women miserable. Here, I have introduced the character and the plot as well. This is the true story of women anywhere in India. The novel inspires young minds to create a world free of segregation. The following paragraph is a quote by Ashapurna Debi herself. Slowly and steadily, a completely new world was getting created within my mind. It was a world of comprehension, of feeling. It was a world with a never-ending flow of feelings. The next sentence, by the order of Subarnalada and Bakul Khada. Here, I have mentioned the other works by same order. Now look at the final line. I have mentioned Anand Publishers, the publication which is publishing this particular book.
So dear students, now we have learned how to write a blurb. We have specifically taught you how to write the blurb of a fiction. But you may need to write the blurb of a scientific or philosophical text or even a law book. Then what will you do? Just give a short description about the content of the book. There are a few more things that I would like to remind you, and they are very important things. The first thing is that blurb is purely a piece of creative writing, so there is no hard and fast rules concerning its format. Then secondly, you should use short and simple sentences while writing a blurb. Finally, and most importantly, you should be very honest about your content. You should not mislead your readers. Dear students, now it's time for you to grab your textbook, go through the question once again and try writing the blurb. I have already given you an example. Please ignore it. Write the blurb in your own style. Happy writing. Thank you.